My road to becoming a bilingual speech-language pathologist. Thank you for listening to my story. My adventure began over 20 years ago. I had just completed my Master of Science in Communication Disorders at Southern Connecticut State University and was eager to explore new opportunities. I flew from my hometown in New York to McAllen, Texas, where I proceeded to board a bus that crossed the border into Monterrey, Mexico. A chauffeur then drove me to the town of Montemorelos, which was approximately 75 miles south. Montemorelos, Mexico, is where I contracted with La Carlota Hospital to provide outpatient services. Because there was only one of me for possibly hundreds of miles that doctors knew of, I was forced to treat a myriad of disabilities. One patient was deaf and wanted to learn how to speak. Another lost the ability to communicate after a massive stroke. My favorite visitor was a little girl with Down syndrome. On occasion, I visited a nearby elementary school to provide free screenings. There must have been 50 students per teacher. Classes were only half day, and meals were not served. Some students often arrived without breakfast. Some could not afford school supplies. Most of their parents only had up to a 4th grade education. And here's my side note for teachers and therapists. When you teach bilingual students who are the first generation in the United States, please consider their parents' level of education. We cannot expect parents to support their children at a higher level than they attained. This was one of my groups. Each member was a beautiful, happy child eager to please their teacher and learn something new, including some of my English slang. My experience in Nuevo León, Mexico, gave me a great foundation and love for my profession. If you've ever had the desire to serve in another country, don't give up on that dream. It could turn out to be one of the most rewarding experiences in life. Plus, you can take weekend trips and go sightseeing with new friends. I don't recommend taking a bus across the desert to the Pacific coast, though. I did that once on my way to Guadalajara, and the bus broke down in the middle of the desert. In Mexico, I had the opportunity to write and publish my first of many books in the profession. Estimulando el lenguaje en los años preescolares. In English, it translates to Stimulating Language in the Preschool Years, served as a manual of language activities for parents in Mexico to do as much therapy as possible without the guidance of a speech therapist. It is out of distribution now, and only I own the last few copies in existence. I later collaborated with Larry Mattis at Academic Communication Associates in California to create the Bilingual Communication Assessment Resource, Tools for Assessing Speech, Language, and Learning, which has been a popular resource for over a decade in the United States. During the last 20 years, much has changed and improved in the field of communication disorders around the world, and the number of speech-language pathologists in the U.S. alone has more than doubled according to ASHA. After several years, I'm still loving my profession and the families I encounter. I currently serve the Spanish-speaking community in Georgia, which is predominantly Mexican. Although their culture is different from my Puerto Rican and Colombian heritage, we are united in language and love for our people. I proudly run a small business called Bilingual Resources for Therapists and Teachers through Teachers Pay Teachers. It is free for teachers, therapists, and parents to create an account. So go to Teachers Pay Teachers, create your free account, and then download some of my free products. These bilingual workbooks are on Amazon, but made affordable through Teachers Pay Teachers. Please search Speech Therapy Workbook for Adults, Cognitive Communication and Adaptive Therapy Exercises for Daily Living, and Pragmatic Stories and Questions to Inference and Problem Solve. These books are available in English and in Spanish. Please join me on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. On Instagram, you can search me as Bilingual Resources for Teachers. My books are available on Amazon by searching Dr. Cristina Saldaña. Thank you for watching.